What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody tapping in. Getting myself together here. Happy Sunday. What's up, Quantity the Young Bull in the building? What's going on, man? Getting myself together. I done, I done fell asleep like an old man. What's up, Whopper Chopper in the building? I done fell asleep like an old man back there. Give us slides. What's going on, man? Yeah, I got to look into the see if I can do the Zoom thing with it. Bro, what that is? Derek? Is it Derek? Yeah, I got to see if I can do the Zoom with the Lula TV. I'm gonna have to research that because I just got the free Zoom. You feel me? So I don't know what all I can do with the free Zoom. Um, I ain't got no real slide deck this time. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look at a couple old slides about talk about candlesticks before we get started, just in case anybody that's on here don't really they like a beginner, they like new, and I don't want the language or I don't want the understanding to get lost. So I'm gonna just show a couple slides about like candlesticks and you know what they are and all that and how to actually interpret what they say in first, and then we're gonna jump straight into Ninja Trader and start doing it. Y'all do me a favor, man. If y'all can hear me okay, you can see me okay, put a one in the chat and we're gonna go ahead and get started, man. If y'all can hear me and see me, y'all put a one in the chat and we're gonna go ahead and get started. I see a gotcha. So yeah, he responded. I'm assuming y'all can hear me okay because I see gotcha. All right, man. Let me get my thumbnail, man. Let me get my thumbnail together. Sit back, get my thumbnail. This gonna be the thumbnail. Should I hit him with this one? Yeah, let's just hit him with this. Let me sit up. I'm gonna sit up on him. You know what I'm saying? Sit up on him for the thumbnail. Cheeseburger. Hit him with the thumbnail, man. Hey, for everybody in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Christian, if you're a praying person, pray for the big cousin Draco, man. Draco lost somebody close to her. Pray for the big cousin Draco, man. I don't know the details of it. I just saw a post on IG, so y'all pray for the cousin, man. A lot of death going on. Pray for the cousin Draco. Like I said, I don't know all the details, but yeah. I'm a praying person, so I ask people to pray. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Y'all know what it is, man. Disclaimer. Yeah. Unless I don't say I'ma save it, it's automatically saved. Just know that. Unless I don't say that. Disclaimer. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all can say it with me by this time, man. Y'all know what it is. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary. Nothing I say shall be taken as financial advice. Do your own research. Investing involves considerable risk, and you should always consult a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. You feel me? So here we go. I'm still seeing ones. What's happening, man? I see a bunch of ones. What's up, a bunch of ones? Oh, them ones still going, y'all. Y'all slow on the draw with the ones, man. Let's shout out my family up front, man. Y'all know what it is, man. My little sister Kiki Williams, Stocks to Freedom. You want to be a part of a awesome community? Hit up Kiki Williams, Linktree link in her bio. Stocks to Freedom at Stock Queenie on Instagram. Y'all know about Mark and Jen Jolene the Come Up series every Tuesday and Thursday. Once they come back off vacation right now, I think they're gonna start back up at the top of the year. But every Tuesday and Thursday on YouTube at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Come Up series is their YouTube channel. The world famous Bun Bullet. Shout out my brother Jason Sweeting. Jay the Trader. This the man that taught me how to trade futures. Shout out to homie P-Dub. P-Dub Consulting. I forgot P-Dub. P-Dub Jay took me here with the futures trading. P-Dub took it from there and took me here. So yeah, P-Dub, he part of Stocks Freedom too. Amazing mentor. The Stock Baby. The Stock Baby on Instagram. He amazing mentor too. He part of Stocks Freedom. The cousin Zay at Stock Zay on Instagram. He got his own group called the Runners. If you want to be a part of an amazing group, you know what I'm saying, amazing technical analysis, amazing fundamental analysis, amazing call outs, all that stuff, get at the homie Zay, Stock Zay on Instagram. Learn with Lex, the young cousin that do it the best. Lex, she does the best. Amazing with the fundamentals breakdown. Any company you can ever see in your life. Learn with Lex on Instagram. Word on street, she got a secret Discord group that she only let females in because she don't want no mansplaining going on. Finance on Fleet, Big Draco. Big Draco. Big Draco got finance on Fleet. Big Draco got Prolific Prophecy 2018. Big Draco got million dollar money makers. Follow all of those on Instagram. Big Draco, Uncle Charles Coney. Everybody call him Uncle Charles, right? Charles Coney. He ain't our uncle for real. I don't know who started calling him Uncle Charles. But Charles Coney, Wall Street Consortium. He done got famous. They start making fake pages about him. It's Wall Street Consortium, all one word. Ain't nothing extra at the beginning, the end, the middle. No special characters, nothing. He's an amazing guy. He can get your life together when it comes to all things financial and trading and life planning and all of that right there. Trading with a Dummy. Shout out to homie Mark. He got Trading with a Dummy on YouTube, Trading with a Dummy on Instagram. He do some funny videos, but it have a whole lot of educational information in there on YouTube about like investing, trading, and he keep it 100. It's like he be reviewing trading groups too, but he keep it 100. He get good information. It'd be funny videos too. Shout out to homie Tag. He got a company called Brand Resumes. It's it's at official Brand Resumes on Instagram. Get at all my fam. Oh, my baby done came in here. What's up, baby? I thought you was at work. What you doing in here, girl? Yeah. So like I say, man, I ain't got no new slides, but what I'm gonna do, just in case somebody watching the replay or if somebody on here right now and they like new to, and they don't really understand how to, read candlesticks and all of that right there. We just gonna go through, have a quick breakdown, and then we're gonna jump right into it, right? What are candlesticks? Candlesticks, everybody that know it, just bear with me for a minute. It's a graphical depiction of price over a defined period, right? What do the candlesticks show you? It give you the opening price of the period, the closing price of the period, the high of the period, the low of that period, and the market sentiment of that period, right? So when you see a red candle like this right here, the sentiment was very bearish because it's a full red candle. You see a green candle like this, the sentiment was very bullish because it's a full green candle. So you know what I'm saying, you got the open, the high, the price. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Boom, on this right here, you see you got an open, a high on a red candle, the open, right? Red candles, price close lower than the open, and it usually means bearish. Uncolored candles, the price open and closed at the same place, and it usually means indecision. Green candles, price closed higher than the open, usually mean bullish, right? So on a red candle, the open is going to be at the top of the body, the close going to be at the bottom of the body, and the high and the low is self-explanatory, right? And the indecision, you got the open, close in the same spot, high and low, self-explanatory. On the green candle, the open is at the bottom of the body, the close is at the top of the body, and the high and low is self-explanatory. So that was just a quick run through for any new people who don't really understand how to read candlesticks. And with that being said, we're going to jump over into, let me switch my screen. We're going to jump over into Ninja Trader. I'm going to shrink this down. I see somebody say frozen. Am I frozen? I see somebody say frozen. What that? Frozen. I saw somebody say frozen. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shrink this down like this right here. And the reason why I'm shrinking it down, because I want to go to a day. I just want to go to a day, and I want us to go into it blind. I don't want us to like have any kind of foreknowledge of what that day gonna be, so that we can do this realistically, right? We can do this realistically. Let's spread this out. Let's go back a little bit, since we we all kind of know what's been going on in the last few days. Let's go back. Let's move it back to like, where we at, November? Let's move back to November sometime. That's October. November. What's that? November 2nd, 3rd. Let's put it around here. November, I got it. I got like the edge of the screen over here is like around early November, like the beginning of November. So we're gonna put it there, then I'm gonna bring the candles back up. Boom. Give me the candles. Give me the candles. Right. So what we're gonna do, what I like to do, right, is let me switch back to my slide real quick so I can explain what I like to do. Right? Whack 'em. Right? Where is my there it is. All right. Yeah, let me go back here. So what I like to do, right? I like to figure out my daily bias, right? I like to try to figure out where the smart money going, right? I like to try to mark off, you know what I'm saying, any order blocks or breakers I might see, right? And then once I mark off my order blocks and breakers, you know what I'm saying, I start drilling down to like look for my confirmation on like, is it staying bullish? All right, is it staying bullish, or is it turning bearish, or is it staying bearish and it's turning bullish? And then once I get my confirmation, I start looking for my entry points where I want to enter. And then, of course, once you enter, risk management is a part of it. Now, we're going to be doing it on the screen as if we trade in futures. But like I always tell you, when I'm trading, I trade the SPY. So when I look at the ES and the SPY move tick for tick. They move in tandem. So wherever the ES is, if I say, okay, I want to enter here on the ES, right? I already know I can place my order to buy my options contract for the SPY, because that's the price where I want to get in at. It's coming back to the level where I want to enter. So that's the price I want to get in at. I may try to put it in a little bit lower to see if I get picked up, or I may just go right there at the mid price. But whenever it get to the point where I want to enter on the ES, that's when I place my order for my SPY call or my SPY put, right? Okay, so now let's go back to Ninja Trader. So we already done said, let me get this out the way. Get out the way, Tim. Right? So the daily bias, right? So how we gonna figure out the daily bias? So this is what, so you want to shrink it down and see where you came from. See, I can't see what's coming up. So you want to shrink it down and see where you came from, right? And make sure I keep this in the middle of the screen so y'all can see everything. Right? Shrink it down so I can see where it come from. So the first thing and then this gonna be interactive. So y'all put in the chat, you know what I'm saying, what the first thing y'all see, or what y'all will start marking. Like, put something in the chat, what you'll see, or you'll start marking, and I'm gonna be peeking over there time to time and see. Right? So the first thing I see when I look at this right here, let me get me a horizontal line. Right? I'm looking at the price, how the price, it came up, it, you know what I'm saying, came down, bounced off that EMA, it came up here, right? And then it sold off pretty good, right? So I'm looking at this level right here. Boom. I put a line there because I'm looking at that level, right? Because it went down, and when it came back, it kind of bust through that. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, it went up, it acted as resistance there. And when I look further back, you know what I'm saying, it ain't no other point where it hit that, right? It acted that was like all-time highs at some point in time. But when it got back to that all-time high, yep, somebody say levels. You see, that's the first thing I went to, right? And when it got back to that, it kind of bust through that, the highs and lows. You feel me? Yeah, y'all could with Crisco. And what I like to do when I start looking, I do it like from a top-down analysis. I go to like on this one, I went to a daily time frame. You want to go to the highest time frame, you may want to go to a weekly. Might want to start at a weekly. I'm starting at the daily to form the bias. You may want to start at a weekly. You know what I'm saying? But you want to start at the highest time frame. Like if you trading on a 15 minute, if you trading on an hour, if you trading on a 1 minute, I like to start at the daily to get the daily bias, right? So I'm looking at that. I'm gonna mark that, because that's a point of interest to me. Because when we went here, we blew through it and we kept going, right? And then so the next point of interest to me, right, is this area here, this down close candle right here, that right there, and from that run up, actually these three down close candles right. This candle here, one, let me see if I get some little arrows. Do we got some little arrows or something here? I know Ninja Traders got some arrows. Where the arrows at? Okay, arrows. Boom. So this candle here, one, copy. Two, right? And three. These three candles right here, those right there, they all are a level of interest to me, but I put the most emphasis on this last one right here. This is the one I put the most emphasis on. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at those three, but this is the one I put the most emphasis on because it's the last down close candle. It's the last down close candle before it took off, right? So I'm gonna mark that. Load. I just do 240. I don't have one set up for a daily order block, so I'll mark that as 240, right? And put this out some. I'll put this out a little. I'm just gonna stick this out a little bit so it'll go off the screen, right? So I mark that right there because that's an order block right there because it's the last down close candle before it run up. But I'm actually looking at all three of these as an order block together. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at all three of those as an order block together, but I put the most emphasis on this one, and I just pay attention to these. I mark the last one, and I just pay attention to the other two while I'm looking, right? And so, and like I say, y'all can put in stuff in the chat what you see in too, right? And so I'm just gonna copy this right here. I don't want to hit Control C because it's gonna mess my camera up. I ain't reset that yet. And then the next thing I'm gonna mark this down close candle right here. Can anybody tell me why I'm marking this down close candle right here? Put it in the chat. While I'm gonna mark this down close candle, and I'm gonna mark this down close candle right here. Somebody put in the chat why you think I'm marking those down close candles right there. Right? Ain't no right or wrong answers. We doing this together. Cause you know what I'm saying? My answer may not be right. This is just how I do it. You feel me? So looking left, I like to look left to see what's going on, right? These are the things of interest to me when I'm waking up this morning. I just woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, getting ready to what is in the order block? Is that the MM gets the position? The order block, I don't know what the real definition of an order block is. I learned that from ICT. I can't give you like the textbook definition of what an order block is. Oh man, I just hit my thing. I just hit something went crazy. I just hit something and it went I need to get all this. Something went crazy. Let me shrink this back down so we can't see nothing. Hold on, we got to shrink this back down so we can't see nothing. What I had that on? November the 3rd. I put November the 3rd against the edge. I hit something and messed everything up. I popped it back up. November. We put November 3rd on the edge, right? Yeah, November 3rd was on the edge. Okay. So I can't get a textbook definition of it. Is Boyd in here? Boyd know the textbook definition of order block. Yeah, break. Yeah, structure break. Yeah, break the direction. Yes, exactly. That's why I marked those other two up there. The order block, Miliano, the order block was at the beginning. That was the first one that I marked off. The order at the bottom down here. That was the order block there, and up here, it was like the structure break. You know what I'm saying? It was like the break instruction. Whenever, like from my back testing of the SPY, whenever we have like a structure break like that and it pause, that area right there always is an area of concern where you can get like some some calls or puts off of those areas right there, right? I ain't too keen. I still ain't got the whole gist of the breakers and all of that. I just call everything order blocks, man. But boy, he know like the textbook definitions of it. I don't know if he in here. Y'all get that boy. Y'all blow his Instagram up. It's boy, what is it? Boy 1987 something. What's boy Instagram? Y'all blow his Instagram up. Because it was down counter in the middle of exactly. Because it was a down counter in the middle of an uptrend. That's why I marked it off. Right? And so now that we done marked off these right here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move it forward, and I'm gonna, like, since we just doing this together, I'm gonna move it forward. These are daily candles, right? So I'm gonna move it forward and see if we can get some kind of reaction to these areas that I marked off. And if we get some kind of reaction to these areas that I marked off, then we gonna dive into a day and see what's happening right there. Breaker is when an order block has been violated. Brittany said a breaker is when the order block has been violated. So I guess when you break the low and the high of the order block, it becomes a breaker. And I'm spinning over here, so I hope I ain't frozen to y'all. Y'all, whoa there, am I frozen? And then my son supposed to be letting me know what's going on, and I think he got his headphones on. I can't hear you. The door shut, son, so you got to say it loud. Yeah. I'm just leave the door open. I think I do stage is best. We should say it for a while. No, but I'm spinning. I'm gonna leave it up, but I can't hear you. It's like you talking real low, so I'm gonna leave the door open. All right, sorry about that, y'all. We having technical difficulties. So yeah, so I'm gonna move it forward and see if we can get a reaction off these levels that we done marked with this order block down here, and then these two breaks in the uptrend right here, right? So let's scoot it forward and see if we can get a reaction off of that. And we just gonna watch the candles. Okay, we still going up, still bullish. Oh, you see that candle right there? That candle right there, that's showing me it's getting rejected. Either, you know what I'm saying, the seller's starting to step in. You see how it wicked down a lot right there? The seller's starting to step in. Right? Yep. The buyer's still trying to stay strong. See, boom. See, it's starting to come down. Like the momentum, the buyers giving out of momentum. Because see, like the size of these candles getting small, and it's getting like a lot of rejection from the top. Starting to get the sellers getting momentum. Oh, did we get it? Did we get a reaction? Nah, it ain't touched yet. It ain't touched yet. So let me stretch these out some more. It ain't touched yet, so I'm gonna keep going. Let's go to the 18th on these. Like, stretch them out. I'm just stretching these blocks out. I'm just stretching these blocks out to give me some more space that we set up. Okay. Let's move forward a little bit. Are we gonna go back up? We're going back up. It ain't touch it. It ain't touch it. Are we gonna touch it? We're gonna get a touch. It's still going up. We just got to pick a day. We just got to pick a day. Oh, there goes some reaction right there. That's some reaction right there. What day that is? The 26th. Let's move it over to there. Let's move this past the let's just put this out to the 30th. We're gonna put it out to the 30th because it reacted right there. All right. So it ain't come down to this one here. So we just gonna focus on these up here. We're gonna focus on these up here, right? So it came down. It broke through this one here. But when it touched this one here, we got a rejection off of it, right? And this one right here, was like a more meaningful break. Because if you notice, you came up and it forced down, had like a lot of selling pressure, and then this one here was a down day, and then it continued on. But this one here, this was sort of like an indecision day. So I'm thinking in my head, right? This is why this one didn't put up a whole lot of fight because this was just like an indecision day. But soon as it touched, if you look, it looked like this, right? It looked like it went wick for this one, because it tapped the top of that box and it got rejected. You know what I'm saying? So since this was like such a strong pullback, right? And this wasn't. Now looking at this one right here, what y'all thinking? Put in the chat what y'all think the next day after this one right here gonna be, and then I'll say what I think I'm gonna be. This is what we looking at. This is what we seeing. So right, we had a run up from here. I'm gonna give y'all time to put it in here while I explain my thought process. We had a run up from here, right? We ran up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had 9 days of a run up. Then on the 10th day, we had hard rejection here, right? And then the 11th day, we had a down day. It tried to go up, rejected, and we had a down day, right? Then we ran up, had an indecision day, ran up, then we had a pullback close to this area right here. That's close enough for government work. So I'm just gonna say these buyers right here, these buyers and sellers that had their indecision there, the buyers stepped in a little earlier. They stepped in a lot earlier, actually. They stepped in a lot earlier to stop the selling right there, right? That's what I'm thinking about this area here. It went up a little bit. The momentum got real soft, because see how small these candles got? The momentum got real slow, and then we had a big drop here, right? So I'm thinking, okay, they dumped here, but when it got here, it bounced. So now, what's in your mind about what the next day gonna be? Somebody said, downside, coming further down. I see downside. I see coming further down, right? So we got 2 downsides, right? Who I put a if you think it's going, if you're in the mind frame of going up, put a 1 in the chat. If you're in the mind for the next day. For the next day, if you're in the mind frame of going up, put a 1 in the chat. If you in the mind frame of going down the next day, put a 2 in the chat, right? And I'm going to tell you, based off of what I'm looking at here, since we had a strong rejection off of this break in the uptrend right here, right? Since we had a strong rejection in the break in the uptrend right here, and it bounced off of there, I'm gonna say the next day, right? I'm gonna be looking for reasons to buy unless we break below this right here, right? If we break below this, then I will be looking for reasons to sell. But if we don't break below this, I'm gonna be looking for reasons to buy. That's my thing here. It's like I'm not bullish or bearish on the next day. But since we bounced off of this right here, I'm saying, okay, this is the area, this is a problem area. I'm gonna be looking for reasons to buy until we break below this box right here. That's my mindset. So we got a bunch of 1s, we got a bunch of 2s. It ain't no wrong answers. A bunch of 1s and a bunch of 2s. I love it. Bunch of 1s, bunch of 2s. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop down. No. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into playback. And I'm gonna download that day. So this is the 26th. This is the 26th. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna download the 27th. Let me see. Let me check the calendar. So November 20. So I'm gonna download the 29th. I'm gonna download the 29th because the 26th is a Friday. So I'm gonna go in and download the 29th, and then we gonna run the 29th through playback. We're gonna drop down. We're gonna drop down to a 60-minute, and we're gonna go through the 29th on playback. All right. So tools, historical data, market playback, market replay, get playback data. What I said, the 29th. So that's gonna be a 12. That's gonna be a different contract. So we got to change this to 12/21. 21. So that means we probably gonna have to adjust our boxes because the numbers be a little different on the contracts. November 29th. We want to get November 29th. We're gonna download that. I'm download the 28th and the 30th too. I'm download the 28th. I'm download the 30th. All right, so we looking at the 29th. All right. We close in the middle of an order block, but don't you have a gap that need to fill? I ain't even look. What a gap? Let me see. Let me see. I see somebody say, "Don't you got a gap that need to fill?" Okay. Let's look here. We got Okay, I see it's a gap down here. I see a gap here. We got a gap there. We got a gap there. Yeah, we got two gaps. We got two gaps. But okay, let's think about it. Like we sold off. This is a Friday, right? Okay, let's look at it like this. So Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So we got a red. This is a red week because on Monday we open here on Monday and we close here on Friday. So we got a red week, right? We got a red week with a strong down on Friday, right? So is it likely, since we bounced here, is it likely that we're going to keep coming all the way down here to fill these gaps on Monday? You know what I'm saying? On Monday. So, I mean, anything possible. But that's why I say, unless we break this right here, excuse me, I'm going to be looking for reasons to buy. But if we break past, what's this price at the bottom of this break? If we break past 4533, if we break past 4533, then I'll be looking for reasons to sell. But since we didn't break, you know what I'm saying? Since we didn't break past, we bounced off of that day, we like rejected. It wasn't a hard rejection, but since we bounced off it, and after a down week like that, I'm looking for reasons to buy until we break that number right there. But let's go into playback. Like, I like the interaction. I like everything people saying. Might reverse and OB as well before filling gaps. Yeah. Yep. I'm thinking the same thing too. OB before gaps. Got to get through the OB. Yes. You got to. That's why I say until we break through it, I'm looking to go up. Yeah. If we thinking on the same lines. Let's see how wrong we are. Let's see how wrong we are. Okay, we gonna go to playback. Let's go to playback connection. Put it on playback. Let's go to, what's the date we said? Let's go back to the 20. Let's go back to the 29th. And end it on the 30th. Hit play. Let's go to the 29th and hit play. Did I hit play? I supposed to go to an hourly. It dropped to hourly. Hourly, boom. Get this out of my way. 29th. Okay, here we go. We on the 29th at 12 o'clock in the morning. All right. My box is still there. Yes, my box is still there. It's something glitchy about Ninja Trader. Like sometimes when you like go into playback, your drawings will disappear. And see, now here it go. Now I got to pause this because this was a different contract back then. And this probably gonna make the what's the names disappear. This probably gonna make my boxes disappear. Did they disappear? No, they didn't. They stayed. Okay. Cause a lot of times when you change the contract, what's up, boy? A lot of times when you change the contract, now let's check the I'm gonna put it on daily and check, cause since it's a different contract, I got to check our boxes. Since it's a different. See how it's off now? You see how the price is off now cause it's a different contract. So now we got to set the our, hold on. Yeah, we got to set our what's name back now. concentrating hard trying to get these together, boy. Make sure it ain't sticking on that. Okay. All right, got it. All right, let's drop down to the hourly. Right. Drop down to the hourly. What time is it? 12. Now I'm gonna fast forward up until like the London session. Cause I get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to like work out. Oh, did it change? Water ain't even told me nothing. What that? Yeah. Why you tell me you couldn't see the screen?
Oh, well, I didn't know. I thought you had switched it because you said you was going to check the boxes off. You said you was going to switch it because you was going to check the boxes off. That's what he said. So I'm thinking like you still trying to...
Okay.
Trying to check the boxes.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay, so I'm speeding it up into, okay, it's in the London session right now. I'm going to slow it back down. Right, so this is what I like to do. What I like to do, I like to have, I don't have my midnight lines up. Where my midnight lines? Where my midnight lines went? Hold on, let me see if I can make, like, my midnight lines shouldn't be gone. Let me see if I can make my midnight lines come back. I'm gonna try to change this this contract. No, my midnight lines just ain't there. Anyway, I just draw them in. What I like to do, I like to mark my midnight price, right? Because the midnight price is the first price that traded for that, you know what I'm saying, that day, found the 29th. Right, I need to. I want to get my midnight price. These hourly candles. Take the snap off. I like to set my midnight price. I like to set my London open, and I like to set my my midnight price and my London open. I like to set. That's what I like to set. Right. So I got a template in here for the color I like. Midnight open. Right. Apply. Boom. Oh yeah, and I used to set the New York close for the next day. What time we at? We at 4:57. Yeah, I ain't woke up yet. So I got my New York. I got my midnight open set. Right. What do you say? Refresh Ninja script. Refresh Ninja script. Okay. All right. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Okay. So my 3 o'clock. The first price for the 3 o'clock open. Like to set that. Okay. London open. Apply. All right. So I'm gonna tell y'all off rip right now. It's and this is the area. If we get below this area right here. Yeah, this was my area. All right, so, all right. Yeah. This was my area right here. This was my area. If I say if we got below this, I'm gonna be looking for reasons to sell. Right. So what I like to do, I like to mark those off, right? And then I don't really look to like getting into nothing until it's like in the I call it the meat and potato sections, like in the London or in the New York session. And then for trading options, you can only get in the New York session, right? So I'm gonna speed it up a little bit and get to the time when I would be up, like around by 6:30, and then I'm gonna start looking for where I think it's going, and like mark off some stuff, right? Okay, we at like 6:45 right now. We're at like 6:45 right now. So just looking at this, looking at the hourly candles, checking out the hourly candles here, right? This was, what day is this? 27, 20. So this was the 20. Okay, this was the 26 right here. This was the 26 when it came down, and then it hit it, and it bounced. And then you see we had right here at the end of, right after close. So going into close here. And then what day is that? 13, 15. Let me get my data box. Let me get my data box so I can actually see. I'm trying to read it on the bottom of the screen. Get my data box so I can see the dates. Okay, so that's the 26th. Yeah, that's the day we was looking at. Yep, so on the 26th. So then on that Sunday, we kept selling up. Like on that Sunday, we kept selling up from that Friday when we bounced, right? So from that Sunday from that Friday when we came down and bounced off the top of this, that Sunday we kept selling up on that Sunday, and then we started consolidating, you know what I'm saying, the rest of Sunday night on top of this area, the top box right there. So the first breaking structure, we bounced off it on Friday. Sunday, we went back up pretty strong, and then we started consolidating right here at this little wick right here. So now that's like an area of concern for me. So I'm gonna put a little line right there just to be like, hey Tim, watch this. You know what I'm saying? This kind of stuff I do. I'm coming here. I'm just gonna be like, hey Tim, watch this. You know what I'm saying? That's just a watch this line. I'm just gonna leave it blue because it ain't nothing, you know, fancy or super important. It's just like a, hey, watch this area, because we kind of consolidating in between the top of this, you know what I'm saying, this box where we had the little break and that strong wick. So I'm watching that. I'm watching that, and I'm watching this, and I'm still waiting on my confirmation for going back up, because I don't want to get caught in a bear trap if we start pushing down, but we don't break below this. And I don't want to get caught in a bull trap, you know what I'm saying, if we, you know what I'm saying, if we can't bust out strong. You feel me? You feel me? So that's why I say I'm looking for reasons to buy unless we break below this, right? So I guess in a sense I'm kind of bullish on the day. So I ain't got nothing else I want to mark right there. I'm gonna drop down to the 15-minute to see, cause this right here, this little area right here, I really, cause it's only like, it ain't no real strong run up, so I really don't want to mark that. I can mark it because it's a, you know, it's a down close candle right before uptrend. But let's drop down to the 15-minute and see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mark it real quick, and then I'm gonna see if I want to change it once I go down to the 15-minute. How about that? How about we do that? We're gonna mark it real quick, and then we're gonna see if we want to change it when we go down to the 15-minute. This kind of stuff I do in my head. This how I be in here just, y'all see my thought process right now, man. Y'all watching my thought process. And we're going to drop down to the 15-minute to see if I want to change it. So, boom. Drop down to 15-minute. Okay. Now, on the 15-minute, I actually like that. I actually like that candle on the 15-minute. I like it on the 15. I trade on the 15-minute. And I actually like what we marked on the 15-minute. So I can either leave that as my hourly color, but I'm going to change it to my 15-minute color because it's kind of hard to see right there. So I'm going to change it to my 15-minute color. It make it a little bit easier to see. So I kind of like that little area right there. Right? I like that little area right there. And let's see, it's 7:20. Okay, now let's fast forward. Let's fast forward to market time and see what we get. See if we can get some kind of confirmation. Anybody saying that's called accumulation? Yeah. Oh, what's up, son? My son said hello. I didn't see that. You from Buff? Am I missing anything? The highest candle or price bar with up close. Oh, boy, in that teaching. Yeah, my helper slipping. Yeah. Bored in there, dropping gems. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, let's fast forward to market open and see if we can get some kind of confirmation. We're gonna get some kind of confirmation. We're gonna look for confirmation for both people. We're gonna look for confirmation for the bearish people, because the first thing I saw was bearish. And my mindset was, I'm looking for something to buy unless we break below this area down here. Unless we break below this, I'm looking for reasons to buy. The first person said they looking to go down. So we're gonna look for reasons to get in for both of them. Right? We're gonna look for reasons to get in for both of them. Market, come on, we're gonna get to market open. Speed up a little bit. All right, here we go. 9:36. Okay, the market open already. It's 10 o'clock. Okay. 10 o'clock. Let's let it. 100 might be a little too. Nah, that ain't too fast. That's cool. Okay. All right, we touching there. For the people who manipulation. Next, okay. All right, we hovering. Let me slow it down so I can talk. Right? It's 11 o'clock right now, and we still hovering around the midnight open. You know what I'm saying? We still hovering around the midnight open. We just consolidating. We ain't doing nothing. This looking like one of them days I be sitting on my hands hard. You feel me? All right. And we still watching for like the people who said bearish. If you see something that look good to you for a bearish entry, put it in the chat. I know it's a delay. All right. I'm gonna speed it back up a little bit, let it go. I'm trying to leave it on like 100 so it don't go too fast. And see, we still flirting with that little area right there. Okay, we broke through that. Okay, that right there, right there is showing something. Might be a bull trap. Let's see if it's a bull trap or it's gonna. Oh, we just missed it. Yeah, this at 12:45. I ain't even trading at this time. I ain't even trading at this time. This 12:45. Right. Right. So we. So we come in here. We done broke. Looking at this right here. So basically, I was looking at it. I was like, hey, I'm looking for a reason to buy unless we break down here. And it just consolidated. This a day I would have been sitting on my hands, you feel me? But it's actually playing out the way that I thought it would. It just wasn't a trade for me. Because if you look, we still going up based off here. So Friday we closed out right here on Friday. Where we closed out right around somewhere around here. Let me find where we closed out. No, 16. What's 1600 at? Why is it changed to 18? Am I on the wrong day? I think I'm on the wrong day. Data box. 26, 26, 28. So 26. This is the last 26 day right here. 12:45. Was this like a holiday? Was this a holiday? Because the times look funny. Yeah, that's a holiday. Yeah, that was a holiday. But yeah, so it just wasn't a trade for me. It actually, because look at that. We all the way, like, I ain't even trading here. There you go. I'm going to pause it right here. Right? So, this a good example of my thesis played out, but it wasn't my trade. You feel me? My thesis played out, but it wasn't my trade. For the people who said that it was going to keep going down, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see anything in here that told me to buy, to go short, because it consolidated the whole day, right? It consolidated the whole day. I didn't see anything that said go short. You see what I'm saying? And now, but and the day, what time is it? It's at 3:49. Let's let the day go ahead and play out. It's 3:49. Let's let it go ahead and go past 4 o'clock. Okay, market closed. All right, the market closed now. Right, so we're going to pause it. and we're gonna go back and look at it. This a good example of the thesis played out, but it wasn't my trade, right? It wasn't my trade. So let's look at it. Let's go back. Let's go back to the daily candles and let's break it down again, right? Let's go back to the daily candles and let's break it down again. Okay, so when we started out, we were like back here somewhere, right? We marked off these areas here. We marked off this order block. We marked off this right here because it was a break in the uptrend. And we marked off this right here because it was another break in the uptrend, right? We moved forward till we got a reaction off of what we had marked, right? Boom. This was the reaction off of what we marked. You know, we had some people say it was going to continue down. We had some people say it was going to bounce. I was in the mind frame of I was looking for reasons to buy unless we broke below this first break that right here that we set up, right? So then the next day, this is the daily count. This is how the day played out. This is how the day played out. And then we're gonna jump down into the 60 minute, right? We're gonna jump down into the 60 minute and see how it played out, you know what I'm saying, over time. So at 12 o'clock, this the 12 o'clock area right here. It just consolidated. When we got into the London didn't do nothing but keep consolidating. The same thing it did at the top of the Asian range. It blasted off at the beginning of the Asian range, and then it consolidated all night, right? And then when the New York session opened, it kept consolidating right around the 12 o'clock open. And then we had a quick little bearish move. We had the loop and swoop. I call it the loop and swoop. We looped, we swooped, right? Touched the bottom of this candle right here, and then we went up a little bit, then pulled down. But that happened between 11 and 12, right? So by that time, I'm not even watching the market no more. So I would never have gotten in this trade right here if you decided you wanted to take it. This right here, this wouldn't have been no good options trade for me. It ain't nothing in here that's saying put on an option position about this day. You know what I'm saying? This right here could have been a nice futures trade if I would have still been watching the market. But the thesis that I had, it actually played out. I thought we was going to get a bounce, and I was looking for a reason to buy unless we broke below that first breaking point that I marked. So the thesis played out, but it just wasn't my trade, man. What they say? You also, Tim, then also you have that gap price keep bouncing off of. Yeah. Yep, right here. Right there. It's just bouncing. It's just bouncing off the top of that gap. It's bouncing off the top of this gap and back right here to this first area of strong resistance. That, remember when I marked this area when we first came in, I was like, that's an area of concern. I marked that area of concern. It was bouncing off the top of this gap and the bottom of that little resistance. That's all it did all throughout the night. So it was just a consolidation day, man. I'm sorry we ain't find no day that we can get a good long or a good short, but hey, man, we did it together. That's my thought process. Y'all see my thought process. This thing says it's gonna cut me off in 15 minutes. So y'all got any questions? What it say? You see any questions, Water? You don't see any questions? Sound like trying to catch the retrace at the bullish OB. It's higher probability than the trade off the top of the breaker. Gap plus breaker is high probability trade. Yeah, you could have played in there, but I don't be playing that little consolidation, man. I leave them consolidation days alone. I don't really. That's that take your money stuff. Cause everybody know consolidation kills premium. Everybody know that Chop City will take your head off in the futures. So I don't be messing with it. Y'all got any questions, man?
Can you do another one of these? Someone, Dank 1 2 3. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Can you do another one? Okay, we'll do another. We'll do one another day. We'll do one another day. I got like 14 minutes. It's gonna cut me off. So yeah, we can do it. We can do it another time. Are y'all taking 3 bar gaps?
Are y'all talking 3 bar gaps?
What is bullish? Bullish is 3 bar gaps. like right here, we got a 60-minute gap right here like this. See this red candle right here? Then this big green one, then this green candle right here. There's a gap because there's no shared price between this red candle and this green candle. So this area right here is a gap. That's a gap right there. And if you notice right there, the price kept it came down, bounced off that gap, came down, bounced off that gap. It kept bouncing up. Move this out of the way. It kept bouncing off this gap and getting ultimately back up here to this point of resistance where I had marked off when we first came in. You see what I'm saying? So that's where the price was just hitting that gap, then hitting that gap, and then once it hit the gap the last time, it had them picked up enough liquidity to try to make a quick move.
Yeah, you need to share your screen.
Oh man.
You weren't recording. I didn't realize you were supposed to.
Okay, let me go back.
Like,
Yeah, my help ain't helping me that good. That's all right, son. So I was saying, if you look at, let me move all this other stuff out the way. Let me move everything out the way that don't need to be there. Visible. I'm moving all this stuff out the way. Give me a second. What I got? 13 minutes. I got 13 minutes. Okay. I'm going to apply that. Okay. So if you look at the 3-bar gaps, right? If you look at this candle right here, this down closed red candle right here, right? And then up to this green candle right here, they don't share no price, right? They don't share no price between this candle and this candle. So it's a disconnect. That means buyers and sellers got skipped when this candle right here took off. Let me get an arrow. Where my arrows at? When that candle right there took off, where I put the arrow, when this candle took off, buyers and sellers got skipped in this area right here because there's no shared price between this candle and this candle, right? So if you watch the price, like we marked this line right here when we first came in because we said it was a strong rejection. That's an area of concern. That's what I said when I first came in. So the price went up to that area, came back down, bounced off that gap, got close to that area, came back down, bounced off that gap, went back up, tried to bust through that area, came back down, but bounced off that gap. And see right here, when it went up and it wicked down, that kind of give you an idea. It went up and got a little bit of money, then it came down here, and then when it wicked back up strong like that, it went and got some more money, and then this time it was strong enough to get through this little resistance area, but it was bouncing off the top of that gap. That's the 3-bar gap right there that we was talking about. And then bullish, somebody said, what's bullish? Bullish mean you think it's gonna go up. The price is gonna go up. Bearish means you think the price gonna go down. All good info, but we can't see any of it. Oh yeah, that was before I this was fire. Nobody out here doing replays out here like is walking people through back tests. Okay. Then Tim, you also have a bearish order block that became a mitigation block. The up green candle before the downward move to the left next to the candle with the big wick. See, boy be knowing all these he be knowing all these things. Okay, you say what you said, boy, a mitigation. I don't know what a mitigation block is. The up green candle before the downward move to the left. The one by the arrow.
Did you want to switch the screen?
I just switched.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It's still behind. It's a good minute behind.
The up, hold on. Boy said the up green candle. It's a order block. It's the up green candle before the downward move. Okay, this. Man, it's a couple downward moves. Which downward move you said to the left? The big down move or this down move from the resistance? Which down move you talking about? Start trying to take over till IG. Now I love it. Boy, hey, boy, nice with it now. I tell everybody, I don't know everything. I don't know what a mitigation block is. Boy, you typing too slow, man. Call me on my phone, boy, and tell me what you talking about. I was trying to figure out what boy was talking about. But everybody, man, I'm start wasting that time. We got 9 minutes. Hey, man, we'll do another one of these another time. We ain't gonna do it next week. I'm what's this? I ain't gonna do now next week because it's Christmas weekend. So I'm not gonna do one. I'm skipping next week, and then we'll come back on January 2nd. The 2 long wick candles before it. Okay, you gonna have to call me and tell me about that, boy. But yeah, I'm skipping next week because it's Christmas weekend, and then come back January 2nd. Excuse me, but we'll do another one of these. I kind of enjoyed this right here. I enjoyed it. Y'all got any questions before I get out of here? All right. I don't see no questions. Hey, boy, I appreciate you on the tag team. I appreciate everybody coming in, man. Y'all know what it is. This been an episode of Tim's Tidbit. Like I say, I ain't doing now next Sunday, Christmas weekend. I'll be back on January 2nd. Till the next time, man. I'll see you when I see you. Gone.